Hello and welcome to my channel, On the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And today is no different. We're going to talk about crochet, and we're also going to talk about some diamond painting as well. And I have a finished object that I'm wearing right now because when I woke up this morning, it was 47 degrees. A big thrill for me because it's now fall and I can wear all my beautiful sweaters that I made last year for fall and the year before and the year before for fall and winter. So I can start working on those, although we'll probably have a hot day here and there, but it is now officially, in my mind, it is fall. So the cool weather is coming and I'm just excited about that. I don't love it, but I like it better than summertime. You know, everybody has their favorite season, but for crocheting, fall and winter, of course, are the big heavy seasons where everybody's crocheting for winter and for winter gifts, for crochet, for Christmas, and just, you know, staying at home a little bit more where it's warm. So I think that it's a great time to pick up the craft of crochet. And here we talk about crochet and I give you a lot of ideas about what you can make. And also I hope I'm inspiring you to try something new, if it's whether it's an Afghan, a simple Afghan, or a more advanced Afghan, or a wearable garment, a shawl, a cowl, a sweater, something like that that you can wear and be proud of because it was something that is handmade. So I want to talk about this a little bit later, but first of all, I welcome you all into my newest subscribers. Thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you and everybody else who has been with me for so long. I've been on the air for like maybe 5 years now, close to 5 years, and I'll get that date here. I'll look it up, see when my anniversary might be, but I've been a long time on YouTube and started way back when there were just a few of us YouTubers, crochet YouTubers, and now there are tons of us. So be sure to check out some other channels for crochet because there are a lot of us out there who can inspire you to try something new. And if you don't know how to crochet, then you might want to try to learn, and there are lots of YouTube videos that you can do that with, and also some inspiration, patterns and inspiration, which I like to provide so that you can try something on your own that's written down that you can follow on a piece of paper, which I do like to. I don't always like YouTube tutorials because I have to stop all the time, and I try to write things down, and then when I do I forget a step. And so for me it's easier to look at a crochet pattern that's written down. That's why I offer crochet patterns on my Etsy channel, so you might want to check that out. Now let's start our video today with some happy mail. I got 2 packages in the mail this week, and they were from Susan of New Jersey. Susan, you know who you are. Beautiful, beautiful card. And that is such a beautiful church. And look at the sky. Just more like fall every day. I'm excited. Actually, this is probably spring because of the flowers. But beautiful, beautiful painting. And Susan, thank you for your nice sentiment inside. And thank you for sending me these. And these are, I don't know if I can pick them up. There's so many. These are crochet books from Hither and Yon and Nevermore from a long time back. For example, I'm going to show you some examples today, and then I'm going to go through them. I haven't had time to look through the magazines, but there are lots of, I'm sure, wonderful patterns in here, and I may pick one up and make it. I don't know. We'll see. But thank you, Susan, for sending these. Now, this is Annie's Crochet Newsletter. She used to put this out, and you went to the yarn store or Walgreens or McCrory's or somewhere like that, and you bought this. I remember my mother showing me these. It's Annie's Crochet Newsletter, and inside there are patterns in here. For example, there's a pattern for a his and hers cardigan, totally double crochet right there, and the whole pattern is in here. There are vegetable pot holders in here, so you can see that. All kinds of really cute patterns in here. And this is from, I don't know what the date was on this, but here's one right under it. Susan got these at a thrift store, at her local thrift store. So I'm assuming one lady passed these in. That would be my guess. She couldn't crochet anymore maybe, so she's giving away her crochet books. And this is one, Crochet World. Know that one. We show Crochet World all the time. Crochet World, I give them away. This is 1982. And look at the price on this. Look at that, $1.50. I couldn't believe it when I saw that. Oh, I do believe it. I've got some old pattern books, and they are $1, $1.50, $2, something like that. But lots and lots of Christmas patterns in here, but they're all in black and white. This is what's inside. There's really no color in here. The only color is the actual paper that they printed it on, but the photographs are in black and white. So you have to just imagine what they would look like in color. But lots and lots of patterns in here. One thing I've never seen before, well, I guess I have in the old days, they did these snowman toilet top covers right there. Whoops, right there. That is a toilet cover right there. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. Anyway, so cute. This is a Christmas book, and then there are lots and lots of other ones. This is more recent. This is a 98, October of 98, and you can see they're trending up a little bit with their patterns and their colors. And this is 1998. Red Heart Yarns actually promoted and produced this particular magazine. It's called Crochet with Heart. It's from Red Heart Yarn, and everything in here obviously is done with Red Heart yarn, and some really cute things like this layette for baby, and here's something over here I thought was kind of interesting. This is a spectacle, they call it a spectacle holder, eyeglass holder, and it's made with white, beautiful white yarn, and it's done in a lace pattern and has a pretty little rose up here at the top. You don't see those very often anymore, but anyway, I just thought this was so beautiful. All the books are really special. I looked at the fronts of most of them, all of them. I looked at the fronts, and then I stacked them up, and I thought I'm going to look through those someday when I'm in my chair. I'm going to look through those and see if there's something in there I'd like to make. So Susan, thank you so very much for sending these to me. I have a new acquisition here in just a minute, but I wanted to show you this first. This is what I have on today. This is my Crescent Moon Shawlette, and this pattern is out on Etsy. It's not difficult to make at all. It's easy to make, and like I said last week, I lost the prototype that was done in these beautiful fall colors. It was Line Brand Colorscapes. I do not know where it is. I couldn't find it. I've looked again this week. So I thought I would make up a new one, a little more contemporary colors or more winter colors, I guess. I made this with Scarfy yarn. Scarfy, and this is the colorway Charcoal Magenta. And there are the colors right there. You can see the charcoal here at the top, and then the magenta down here. So gorgeous. And I love about Scarfy a lot of things, but this is what I like about it the most, is that the colors blend into each other very well. As you can see, there's no sharp contrast. There is some contrast, but when you crochet this particular shawl, the way you crochet it, the stripes go left and right, and so it's a beautiful outcome when you use Scarfy. And I'm not sponsored by Line Brand at all. I do like their yarns. I like a lot of their different yarns, and this is just a replacement for the prototype that I lost. So I'm going to stand up and show this to you now. Well, this is my new Crescent Moon Shawlette, and I wanted to show you, I made this larger than the original. You can make this as large as you want, and the real shining part of this shawlette, besides it being a crescent shape, it's a crescent shape, is the edging, and it's a 2-row edging with, it used up about a half of a skein of Scarfy just for the edging around the bottom, because I did make it bigger than the original one that I made. Of course, I don't tell you how big to make it. You crochet it until you're through crocheting, or till you run out of yarn or whatever it takes. But I used 1 skein of Scarfy to make the actual shawlette, and then the next skein I used probably 2/3 of a skein of Scarfy for the last 2 rows, which are triple crochets and just kind of a special edging on here. I wanted it to be special and to look beautifully handmade, so that's what I did. And when I did this, it turned out really nicely. So I'll show you the back. I'm wearing this with a pair of black dress pants and a purple turtleneck, and it's perfect for weather like this. Absolutely perfect. It's not too hot, and my blouse underneath is just a knit top. It's not heavy, it's not a sweater, it's just a knit top, and it goes with the shawlette very, very nicely. So I'll come up a little closer and show this to you. I'm up a little bit closer now, and let me show you how it looks. This is the edging There's part of it. There's the corner, the bottom corner of the crescent. As you can see, there's a lot of yarn in there. A lot of yarn in the last two rows. I matched the bottom with the shawl pin that I use right here so that the bottom edges will meet right here, and then I can move around and it doesn't fall off my shoulders, not that it would, but I turned the top of it down like a collar. And as you can see, let me get up here, maybe you can see that. I've got a collar right here that I turn down, and I pull up the shawl a little bit from, it comes to about here, and I pull it up over the elbow so that it fits better and it comes together in the front better, and then I can shawl pin it, and that way I can control where it looks. This little tag right here is my garment tag, and this says On the Hook Crochet. I ordered these from Etsy. They're out of business now, so I'll have to order some more. But this is a leather tag, and it unscrews. This little thing unscrews on the back so that you can take it off when you wash. Although I've washed a sweater with it on, and it did just fine, so that's not a problem. Just wanted to show you that. But anyway, I'm wearing some black booties and some black dress pants with this, and I'm ready to go to lunch with Mr. On the Hook. Well, I hope you like that look at my Crescent Moon Shawlette. That's an old pattern, and it was so much fun to make. I haven't made one in, let's see, I made this in 2020, so 4 years ago I made this, and it's great with a self-striping yarn. You can use any kind of self-striping yarn, any size. And this is, of course, this is a bulky 5, this Scarfie, and I love Scarfie yarn. I just love it. I've made lots of things out of it. My Outlander cape, I made all of those out of Scarfies. Just beautiful yarn and easy to work with, doesn't split, and it's a big ball, so you can get a lot done with one skein. But it took me 2 skeins to make this, so just keep that in mind if you're making a Scarfie Crescent Moon Shawlette. Now let's take a look at my diamond painting progress for this week. Here's a quick look at my diamond painting. I have almost finished this. I have it up so you can see the whole thing. This is Starry Night Over the Rhone by Vincent van Gogh, and you can see his signature painting style here with the reflections here and the Starry Night, and that's the Starry Night Over the Rhone, and that's where he was with that. He also painted Starry Night, which is a very famous painting, but I wanted to try this one first, and I may not do the other one, but I do like this one. He has the human element down here, which I didn't notice right at first, but I do now. And then all the stars are reflecting down onto the river, and such a beautiful combination of colors. I really appreciate his color work. So I have this much left to do up here, and these are the release papers that I talked about last week that you just pull up, and there's the sticky part underneath, and you keep it covered up because of the dust and dander in your house. This is also pulled up on my easel. When I go to diamond paint this part, I will probably pull it way down so that it's more eye level for me, so I don't have to bend over or look up in order to diamond paint the last piece of this right here. So I'm really excited about this. I should be finishing this week, and I will seal it down in my craft room, and then I will take it to the framers to get it framed, to get it up on my wall. So that's a quick look at my Starry Night Over the Rhone by Vincent van Gogh. I hope you enjoyed that. That's just a little progress of what I'm doing on my other craft. So I love diamond painting. I do it every night. So it gives me a break from crochet. I crochet a lot of the days, just crochet away, and it's fun, but I need my hand to rest just a little bit. So I diamond paint, and then I have something beautiful for my wall when I'm done. Now, about my acquisition, I made a large acquisition, one type of yarn, because I had an inspiration, and I'm going to put a picture here of the inspiration. I got this off of just off the web somewhere. I don't even remember where I got it, but it's a picture of a girl in a sweater, and it's a knitted sweater. It's not crocheted, but I loved the color, and so I searched on the web, and I found a color on Knit Picks that is a DK weight. That's what I wanted, a DK weight, and I found this color, and this is the color, I think, of the sweater that's shown in the picture. This is a kind of a chartreuse and yellow, very light yellow, but it's chartreuse tonal, and that's what I call it because they took chartreuse dye, I believe, and you know, it's just light and dark in different areas. It's not a hard dye, as they say, but it's a tonal. So when you crochet it, it is so beautiful, and when you knit it as well, as you can see in the picture. So this is called Knit Picks and We Crochet. It's from both companies. Hawthorne DK Weight, that's what the tag looks like, and it's called Cattail Kettle. Cattail Kettle, right there at the bottom. You can see that's the name of the color, and it's 225 yards on the hank. And I ordered 6 hanks because I wanted to make a long sleeve sweater, not a sleeveless sweater or a cap sleeve like the picture that I showed you. This is what it looks like balled up. It's quite gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, it's just going to be gorgeous when I crochet it. Oops, I've already crocheted some. You know me, I love new and shiny things. So I crocheted. This is called my Penelope sweater. And Penelope means weaver. And I thought that was very appropriate for my next pattern after several of these that have to come out first. I know y'all are waiting on these. The Penelope Pullover. That's what I'm going to call this. And I've already crocheted quite a bit of it. I just love new yarn, and I was so excited to get this because I just love this color. Chartreuse is one of my favorite colors, and I only have a couple of tops in chartreuse, so I thought I would buy this, and this is what it looks like crocheted up. As you can see, it's quite beautiful. Look at that. And this is going to be a ridged row sweater, made left to right, bottom up, and a very simple procedure. It's not going to be a top down, it's going to be bottom up, so that you can size it exactly how you want it first. And then I'm going to put sleeves in this. That's my plan. I don't always follow my plan, but this is going to be a long sleeve sweater with a special bean stitch edgings in the bottom. The sleeves and the neck will all be a cluster bean stitch, and I've got to work that out on a pattern, but I think it'll be really super nice. But again, this is what it looks like crocheted up. There it is. The stitch definition is just gorgeous. It's just perfect. That's what I was looking for, so that when I make anything special with a stitch on this, it's going to show up. And the ridges show up very beautifully, where those would disappear in a self-striping or maybe even a larger yarn, I don't know. But this is a DK weight. I'm making this with an H hook, So I hope that 6 skeins is enough. You know, crochet takes up a lot of yarn. I believe I could have done the whole front in one cake of yarn if I was knitting, but I don't knit. And that's a question I'd like to ask my viewers. A couple of days ago, I caught the knitting bug. I was on a knitting YouTube channel. It was called Sun Dragon, I believe, and she's done some videos to explain the pattern for the ranunculus. And if you're a knitter, you know what the ranunculus is. If you're not a knitter, it's the name of a pattern that a lot of knitters have knit. It's a top-down, very pretty pattern, and I would love to do it if I was a knitter. I'm not a knitter. I have knit something, though, so I'm kind of past the point of just knowing how to, you know, yarn over and do a knitting stitch and a purl stitch. I do know how to do that. But here's a picture of the ranunculus. It's a beautiful sweater, and it has some decorative stitches up here at the top. There it is up close. That's the ranunculus, and it just looks like, and of course I would not make those sleeves that long or that fat. I would probably do something different, and a lot of people have done different things on Ravelry. I don't have a Ravelry account, but on some of those accounts, they have pictures out there of the ones that they've done, and it is now not all just one size. It started out that way, but now it is in like 13 sizes, and I thought that was a nice touch. I would probably make it a lot smaller, not fitted, but you know, a little smaller than being so at ease around the edges, so drapey. Anyway, that's what I had intended for this yarn, and then when I started thinking about it, I thought, no, I'll just crochet it, because then I'll know what to do and how it looks and all that. but I have lots of yarn here that I could use for a ranunculus sweater. So what I want to ask is, if you're a knitter and you've either knit this or you know about it, and you looked at the picture there, do you think that I could do it? I'm just curious. They say you can make it out of worsted weight, which is probably what I would do to first get started. Maybe even just do the yoke part in worsted, even if I don't want to finish it, although I probably would at that point. But if you think I could do it, I don't know. And I'm not looking for somebody to say, yeah, you can do it, you know. But tell me the degree of difficulty there is. So I just wanted to ask my knitting viewers that what you think about this sweater, and for a first sweater for me, would that be okay? Now, last but not least, Crystal is going to model, as you saw on the thumbnail that you pressed to watch this video. She's wearing my new open weave cardigan, and this is what I used to make it, a Pound of Love in the colorway denim. Very pretty. Kind of a heathered look. I showed this last week. It's a beautiful, beautiful color, and I really liked it. And I only bought 1 pound of love, and this is what I had left over, about half of it. It's a size 4 weight. You all have used this before. It's 1,020 yards on here, and I didn't need nearly that much. I made a elbow length Cardi open weave sweater. So let me show that to you now. Now I have finished my open weave sweater. Crystal is modeling this, and she can show you the front of it there. Let me move over a little bit. There we go. See how pretty that turned out. I showed this last week, the part that I had finished. She does a great job of modeling my clothes. Sometimes I don't look as good in them as she does, and that's usually the case. But right now, I wanted to show you this. I'm finished with this, and some of the design elements in here are the very wide edging. I used single crochet to edge this out, and all the way down to the bottom. And I'll scoot her back a little bit. You can see the bottom of the sweater. Let me go back here. Here we go. We're both together. And that's what it looks like on the back. It comes down too far, and I made it too long. And sometimes I do things like that. I don't make it exactly the way I want the first time around, but the pattern will give you the option of making it as long or as short as you want. There we go. That's a little better look. And another design element around the bottom of the sleeve is a very wide edging, and this comes to just above my elbow. It doesn't get into my elbow or anything, but of course you have the option of making this as long as you want. You can even make it 3/4 length if you want to. If you're an advanced crocheter, you could take it all the way to 3 inches above the wrist, do a heavy decrease row, and then add a cuff of whatever kind of cuff you want. I would add one like this. I think that would be really pretty. A single crochet cuff. I may make this again in a little bit longer sleeve, just because winter's coming up, and I could probably use it more in the winter time since winter's coming. But this is what the other sleeve looks like, same as the first sleeve. I took all the stitch markers out, and I haven't blocked it. I don't think I'll block it. I probably won't block it because it's made from acrylic. But if I made this from a wool, I would probably block it to get it just right. But I think it turned out really nicely. Now, I was going to put a collar on, but once I got these 2 very wide edgings on here, it comes up pretty high in the back, so I didn't put a collar on it. I didn't think it was necessary. If I had left it like this, you know, with no edging on it or very little, I might have put a collar on it. But at that time, it wasn't good for a collar, so I'm not going to put the collar in the pattern. I don't think you need it. I really don't. I think this is a lot cleaner look, and it does come up in the back. And you don't have a low scoop neck on the back. You just have a high neck with the edging like I crocheted on the front. And so the bottom also has that edging on it. I'll just tell you, there it is. You can't really see it. But it's the same edging as this around the bottom. So what happened was I made it too long. Let me lift that up. I made it too long here. I started out, let me do this. I started out where I thought I was right about here. And I didn't measure it. I just started crocheting. I was in my chair and I wasn't paying any attention at all. It's actually made all in one piece. So there are no side seams on this at all. There are no side seams here. The only seams are at the top on the shoulders. As I explained a lot of this last week, But again, I made it too long. It's probably about 3 inches too long because I wanted to put that wide edging at the bottom, and I did, but now it's a little bit too long. But I'll wear it next week and show you how it turned out. This week I wanted to wear my Shawlette because it's, to me, very beautiful and very practical. An easy gift to give somebody. You can certainly give one of these to a crochet-worthy friend only because there are a lot of stitches on here. You might be able to get away with 1 scarfie and a half, which is this one. So you can make 2 of these with 3 skeins of yarn. So I'd probably buy 4 just to be safe. But I really love scarfie yarn. It's so comfortable too, and it's a little bit of wool in it. So if you can't be around wool, then you might want to make a change in that. But again, I love the scarfie. It's a great yarn. Now, to substitute that, you could make it out of the Heartland yarn, which is, I think, all acrylic from Lion Brand. I made my Outlander cowl and my Round Town cowl out of that. Look at that difference in purples. Very pretty. I made this out of that, and it's so easy to crochet. It's a beautiful yarn, Heartland yarn by Lion Brand, and this color is so rich and beautiful. I really like it. It's called Hot Springs, and I don't know if they still have it or not. I didn't try to order any. I don't believe I had some in my stash. I had a couple of skeins, and I used less than 1 skein for that About Town cowl, which is part of the Outlander cowl pattern. So there are 2 patterns in one there. Now let's move along to our giveaways. I want to talk about what I'm giving away today, and then we'll quickly go over something that I'm going to give away for next week. Our giveaways this week are 4 skeins of yarn, and each skein will go to 1 person because the shipping is easier, and I just wanted to give away 4 things and give you all a bigger chance to win. This is called Mauve Burnette Softy Baby, and boy, it really lives up to its name. It's so soft. This would be great to make yourself a sweater out of. I mean, even though it's baby yarn, there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean you have to be a baby to wear it. I like to reach for baby yarn all the time when I'm making a sweater because they make it on purpose. They make it so soft for baby skin. And you can rub up against it. Even in the store, you can feel that it is so soft. And I'm sure that's why I bought this. It's a Sport DK weight. So it would make a beautiful sweater. Really, really nice. Now, you probably need another skein of this. But it's mauve is the colorway. And that will go to our first winner. And the keyword there was baby. This is Burnette Softy, and this is the colorway flannel. Very beautiful. The keyword there was flannel. So that will go to a person that put flannel in their comment. This is Hobby Lobby Baby Bee, Sweet Delight. Very cute picture on the front there. I have a skein of this for someone who'd like to have it. This is the Hobby Lobby Baby Bee. Very sweet yarn. And that keyword was sweet. Sweet. And then I have a skein of Aran yarn from Mary Maxim. I love their yarns. I have run out of Mary Maxim yarn now. I don't think I have very much or any left over. But I made a vest out of this, and I really enjoyed using it. Let me turn it around. You can see it. It's Aran, and it's their Irish tweed. Very nice. Worsted weight, all acrylic. Very, very nice. Love this yarn. I've made a couple of things out of it. One was a vest. So let's turn the camera to the computer and find out who wins these gifts this week. Here we are at the computer, and I have already typed in the video address right there at the very top. Baby was the key word for your comment for this particular yarn. And let's get our comments. Let's go down here, make sure they're picking up. Okay, go down here, and let's find out who wins the Baby Softy yarn in the colorway mauve. Sorry, I'm moving all over here. Yolanda 7812, you have won the Mauve Softy Baby yarn, and the keyword was baby there, so congratulations, Yolanda. Let's move up here, and let's change the keyword from baby to Mary. Mary was the keyword for the Aran Irish Tweed yarn. So let's get our comments and go down here and find out who wins the Mary Maxim Irish Tweed yarn, and that would be RLS at RLS _403. I don't know who you are, but you actually have won the Aran Irish Tweed yarn. So congratulations for those people now, both of those people. And for the next one, we've typed in the word flannel. And roll down here and get our comments. And this is for the Softy Baby flannel colored yarn. And let's go through here and find out who wins the flannel Softy Baby yarn. And that would be EJS Gilliland. EJS Gilliland, you have won the Softy Baby flannel yarn. So congratulations to you. And let's go ahead and put our last word in here, which is sweet. So there it is, the word sweet. I'm going to scroll down here, get the comments, and find out who wins the Baby Bee Sweet Delight. The Baby Bee Sweet Delight is won by Sandra Moore, 96609660. Sandra Moore, you have won the Baby Bee Sweet Delight yarn. So congratulations to everyone. Thank you for entering the contest. I appreciate it so much for you participating in that. And we will try it again this week. So be sure to put your keywords in your comments for the gifts to be given away next week. Thank you for participating. Be sure to send me an email with winner in the title, because that's how I search for the winners of the gifts that I give out every week. I get a lot of emails, and I really would like you to make sure you tell me what you won as well, just so I can double check, be sure I'm sending out the right thing to the right person. So for next week, this is what I'm giving away. A while back, I designed this busy bag. This is was in the fall lookbook last year. I love that busy bag. Now, I have one hanging up back there, but I don't know where it is right this minute. But it is a Japanese knot bag, and you've probably heard of those. But they're really cute and fun for a Christmas gift. I use mine sometimes when I can find it. I used it a lot, and then I hung it up, and now I can't find it. But it's the Busy Bag Japanese knot bag, and I'm giving away some tape yarn for people who might like to make that. Now, this is the Rewind tape yarn by Lion Brand. This is what I made the busy bag from, and it takes, I think, 2 of these. I'm pretty sure it takes a couple of these to make the busy bag. Now let me show you this up close. It's a tape yarn, and it's considered a 5 bulky. It's a 5 bulky, and it's polyester, so you can wash it, which is kind of nice. And the first winner will receive that skein and 2 skeins of this. I've wrapped around the balance of the 3rd skein, so there are 2 and probably, a 1/3 skeins of the tape yarn on here. This is Lion Brand as well, and it's a different color, of course. It's kind of a burgundy color mixed in with a little bit of an off-white. It's real pretty, and I will send both of these out to you. You can do whatever you want to with them. You can combine those. You can make the top half one color, the bottom half another color, something like that. But I want to send these out to somebody who might want to have them. So the key word there is lion, L-I-O-N. That's Lion Brand that makes it, but lion is the word to qualify for that gift. Now, for the second gift is the tape yarn that I got from Ice Yarns, and this is called the Summer Print, Fashion Summer Print by Rico. Rico's a very nice name in yarn. I've bought a lot of Rico yarns from, I don't know if it was Lovecraft or Knit Picks, one of those, and Ice picked this up, and Rico has their name on it, so I guess they're selling to Ice Yarns, but it's a tape yarn, and it's denim colors. They call it a summer print, but really it's just denim and dark denim and kind of a light color too as well. But it's a tape yarn just like it, but it is 100% cotton. So just know that. And I have 12 balls of these little balls. They have 65 meters of tape yarn on each one. So there are 12 of those, and I have 8 of them already just bound up. I've never even opened these. And I have 4 more like this, so that's 12 skeins, or they call these donuts, 12 donuts of this particular tape yarn. So you can make all kinds of stuff from that, but it's considered a 5 bulky as well. I'm giving those out to someone who might put the word Rico in their comment, R-I-C-O, Rico, R-I-C-O. That will qualify you for this blue tape yarn, and then the other yarn is Lion, Lion. You can qualify for that as well. So if you're interested in tape yarn, it's kind of fun. It's not hard to use. I really enjoyed making it. And since it's a 5 bulky, you can use a large hook. I think I used an L hook or an L hook, I think, to make the purse. And it went really quickly because an L with a 5 is pretty fast. So that is the word Lion for that. And the word Rico for this, blue, the blue yarn. And then I have a Christmas magazine for the cross stitchers in your life, maybe you, but there's some beautiful, look at those patterns on there. I absolutely love that. But for those of you who write the word cross and are interested in cross stitching, then this magazine is for you. And I'm going to send this out to someone who uses the word cross in their comment. So be sure to put the comment down below on this video for any of these 3 gifts, and you can win one of those maybe next week. So before you click away, and also please like this video, it helps me a lot. You can share it with a crochet friend or someone who's interested in crochet, or with your mother, who knows, just share it with somebody. That helps YouTube know that you liked the video and that you might like to show it to somebody else. And also join the community. Then the community, you get a free pattern when you join, and you also get first notice of my patterns that come out and a substantial offer code to go with each one of those. So, and also for all the patterns in my shop when you are in the community. So be sure to join up with that link. It's the first link you'll see down in the description box. You don't have to hunt for it. It's just right down there below. So I'm so glad you joined me today. I hope you're still with me. And if you are, thank you for staying with me. I hope you enjoyed what you heard and were inspired some way in what I said or did this week. So join me next time to find out what's on the hook.